Okay, I pressed the button.
You press the button. Wow. Good job. Taking the first steps.
Uh,
I have a question for you. Once I gotta take a sip of my ice.
it's my favorite drink. Sparkling ice, not
So good.
not crunchy ice. It's a
Crunchy
drink.
ice cup.
Gotta take a drink of my ice.
Yeah, just rock solid ice. But what do you think? I thought of this question earlier. I figured you'd have like a very profound answer.
Well, they're
What do
cheap.
you think? What do you think is like the modern day equivalent of like cigarettes in the 50s and 60s?
Oh,
You know, like everyone's like, besides like like vaping and like doing drugs, like what's like the common thing that people do that is like cigarettes, like something that everyone does it, but it's actually like really harmful in some way, shape, or form.
How am I supposed to answer anything other than vaping? I mean,
I don't know.
I guess the difference between vaping is that the people who vape, a lot of them understand that it's bad for them. They just do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I guess
Yeah, 'cause I don't know,
comparison.
it's
So I guess what you're asking me is what's something we do today that's like bad for us, but we just like everyone does it.
yeah, I guess that's
Uh,
an acceptable answer as well.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we do today that's not just bad for us. Like, I don't know. It's even like throwing away certain things, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what when I asked myself that question, I guess I said like throwing away like especially like styrofoam and like plastic stuff.
Mhm.
Just like environmentally how awful it is.
Like, I always at my house, like we we recycle, but I was looking at like this plastic bag, or not plastic bag, this like brown paper bag that we have at the bottom of the stairs where we just put like all of our like bottles or whatever in, and I was like, does this actually get recycled? I was looking at it, I was like, there's no way this actually gets recycled.
Yeah, I feel like they like get all this stuff at the recycling plant and they just like throw out most of it.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, how much of this can actually be reused?
You got those like nice cards at Target. They say like this card was made out of like 100% recycled material.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah,
what
Target.
point
Target, by the
stop,
way,
though.
probably throwing away enough food to feed like.
Yeah.
Literally, I remember watching
Yeah.
YouTube videos about this, and I like every time I remind myself of it. It's like it just blows my mind how much like food that like isn't even that bad just gets thrown away because of like policy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Walmart has to throw away so much like fresh food.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, it's
You think
ridiculous.
about like grocery stores,
Mhm.
like places that are just like food factories, I guess.
Yeah.
Just
And-
like places that are literally made to sell you food, and when food gets bad, they just have to like throw it all.
And it
I
sucks
wonder-
because it's like there's not anything they can. It's like there's so little they can do about it. So they can't be like, okay, well we're overflowed with food. We gotta ship it somewhere else because it's just gonna get expired on the way there. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is though, I feel like I read a lot about it, and I feel like America has to get their like expiration date stuff like correct, because I feel like there's like the date best used by and then the expired.
Oh yeah.
So is date best used by mean it's not expired? Because I feel like a lot of food you can still eat after the day like best by.
It's it's like the entire time.
Think of how much food we waste because you just like, oh, it's one day after the date best used by, but it's probably still fine. Like they need both on every package, not just one or the other. Because
Yeah.
I'm so confused on which one do I follow.
It's like the whole time it was like, yeah, it's before the Best By date. It's not that good, but at that date, that's when it's best to eat. It's like everything. It's like your milk is like. Your milk is too ripe. You gotta wait for the Best By date. Then it's gonna be then it's gonna taste really good.
I waited 3 years for March 10th, 2020.
For my-
to
oh,
have
yeah.
time to drink my milk.
What is it like? Fruit cake does not expire, or something
Yeah,
like that.
milk doesn't
Specifically,
expire.
fruit cake. I'm not even kidding. I used to watch a show when I was younger called Life After People on like National Geographic, and I used to watch that show like every day, and they did an entire episode about like factories, and then what blew my mind was how it was like 1,000 years after people. There's a picture of like these like rendered fruitcakes in a factory. And it's like the fruitcake is still not expired.
It's just that's how you know you're eating like absolute garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's so processed like
Have you seen the time lapse of like a burger from like a fast food place and then like a burger from like a from like an actual burger of like fresh ingredients and the actual burger is just like
No.
gone in like
Yeah.
one day
Yeah.
and then the fast food
I
one is
think-
just like
There's just so much processed garbage.
yeah. Well, mostly the bread, honestly. I was like, which blew my
I
mind.
bet that. Yeah, I bet that's it.
I thought I was looking up like what actually makes McDonald's so bad for you. Like what actually makes it. I was like, first of all, came to my mind like the oil, obviously, like, but
Yeah,
that's
the
just
grease that they put
nutritional
on
wise. But like,
everything.
what in their burgers is like sketchy, and it was like all those places have really sketchy ways to make their bread. If you notice, like the bread they use on for the buns is like nothing like actual bread. It's so processed. Like even it was like the burger is like nothing compared to like how many random chemicals are in like the bun of like any burger.
Yeah. I feel like we need to make a trip to like. And one day we gotta go to like McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
not Burger King, but like we gotta like really figure out like what's going on.
That's literally just an excuse to get fast food. Not gonna lie.
Dude, I'm a
in
fast
my
food
eyes.
addict. You know this.
Okay, actually, like it's
kinda concerning.
I'm blaming it on the coupons. Okay, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, okay. So anyone that doesn't know, I have these. Some guy gave me coupons, and then I got hooked. And so my dad gets them in the. I don't even understand how to get the coupons.
They're so like it's
You
insane.
get them from some like mailer or something, and then I just have like in my car. I just have like sheets and sheets of coupons. Like I got like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Tim Hortons. Just like those are the four I have, but like just like sheets of each one.
And the deals are
And we
actually
get 'em,
so
like,
good.
We get them every 2 weeks. Like we went with some friends yesterday and got Burger King for like 3
I'm gonna
Whoppers
turn
and
my
3
microphone down
cheeseburgers.
because I think there's a reverb still.
Three cheeseburgers and 3 Burger King or 3 Whoppers for $13 and 3 small fries too.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. And then
Literally just
For,
feed
like-
an entire family of people.
it's called the family meal deal, and I have 2 of them. But they it's not on the most recent coupons though. That deal is no longer on there because I think it's just too much of a steal.
Mhm.
Like there's no way you can be. But the other stuff is good. I think the best ones are actually like you think it's Burger King but I think Burger King's food is slightly just like cheaper than Wendy's anyway. So like if you actually look at their like prices, I guess Wendy's are better because Wendy's more expensive.
Yeah.
And then it gives you like more of a discount, I guess. But yeah, I love fast food places. It's literally horrible for you, but there's something about just like fast food.
It's
Like
fast.
it's not even that good. It's not even that good, but it's just like I don't know. It's accessible.
Yeah, it's very accessible, especially since
It's very
you and I are
accessible.
like barely home. Speaking of that, Caffeine Free Podcast episode 3. We literally haven't even said the name of the podcast yet. We just started talking. But yeah, both Noah and I have been very busy. After episode 2, my computer just
Yeah.
absolutely died. It was the saddest day of my entire life. I took that thing into pieces and just spread them out across my floor and just tried to fix it. And I was like, nothing I can do.
Yeah.
So I got a new computer and I had to re-download
Yeah,
everything.
that's
And
just Phil's old computer was just like mentally unstable.
it was so. I mean, it was nice because I had customized it over so long, and it was like, it really did hurt having to buy a new computer because I would have liked to just like keep upgrading that. Like I was planning on getting it a new frame, and I'm oh my god, I'm speaking of it like it's like a pet or something. Like I was planning on getting a new frame, as a present, just birthday present, you know. No, but
Buying some new treats.
yeah, that sucked. And then
Your new computer's nice though.
my new computer is clean. It's gonna make rendering
Pretty
this
sweet.
video like really, really quick.
But yeah, I know we've been in terms of the podcast, we want to do it more often, and also we want to do like we probably won't do it in this episode, but want to do like a review section or something.
Yeah. Not a
Not-
probably not a section. It
Just-
will be extensive. most
Yeah,
likely.
I guess it might take
Just something
might
more
take
to
a
do.
yeah, it might take like a whole episode or something and do it like alternate or something. I don't know. We have to figure it out, but we have to pick like like movies, TV shows, stuff like that, video games.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I can see it happening. That'd be fun.
some, something like yeah, it'd be good. So I guess if anybody has any suggestions of things that they'd like us to cover, to the like 3 people that actually listen.
You said like it was depressing. You're like 3 people actually listen.
No,
Freaking
I don't,
goddamn YouTube algorithm.
I don't expect more from like yeah, 2 high schoolers making a podcast, 10 million views. Like, oh, freaking algorithm screws us over every time.
It's oh my god. It's like
Why
if you
why
look
are we
at
not people recommended?
if you look at channels that were like really popular when we were in like elementary school and like 6th grade, and you look at them now, oh my god, there's so many videos of like the algorithm's killing me. It's like no, you're just not funny anymore.
Yeah, it's like Ryan Higa.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
he
I
just like I
remember
just
that
look
guy.
back and just like he's just not funny.
He's yeah.
I was like, how did I think this is funny?
Well, I mean,
Was
it's not even
it's
not
just
even surprised that you thought it was funny. You were in like middle
I
school. You know what I'm saying?
I think the thing is like I feel
They
like humor has just evolved with time too.
well also you have to remember that it's like the age group. It's not like they're changing age group that their audience is still the same age. It's like, but that audience thinks different
They
things are
started a
funny.
podcast and they started like being more serious because I think they just found that they were losing people.
Mhm.
Um, because I know I think YouTube just evolved from like being like sketches and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Like funny sketches and like funny bits that people do.
Oh yeah, you'd never see
Um,
that anymore.
there's the guys
Australian guys are like,
people there's a bunch of guys I think that they were in a like comedy group and a bunch of them are on SNL now.
mhm.
But they did a thing that people are doing now, but it was like 10 years ago, and they did a skit, and it's like a serious workplace environment, and like someone's getting fired,
Yeah.
but they're like dancing while they're like having a serious conversation.
What?
Like just like break out and like dance. That's just like absolutely ridiculous dancing, but they're like having really serious conversation about this like guy getting fired. And it's just so funny. And now people have started doing that on TikTok, where they do like they say something really sad or like something really serious, and they're just like really dramatically dancing. And I think it's so funny, but just like this is what like comedy used to be like 10 years ago. Like people were ahead of their time, I guess.
Mhm.
And now it's just not funny anymore.
Well, I think that now YouTube as a whole is like, I realized that very recently I like never watch my like I never look for channels that there's very few channels I return to. I'm subscribed to so many people because in the past I used to like my feed would basically just be like who I'm subscribed to. Like I wouldn't watch any other channels off of that, and it would be like rare for me to find a new channel, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
now it's like you have the homepage of YouTube is like so well tailored to what you want to watch. It's like I keep getting like these videos, you know, like great big story videos.
Yeah.
Those are I'll always watch those, you know, and then other videos like that of just like miscellaneous like YouTubers,
Yeah,
and
but honestly,
yeah,
like I think YouTube is just like it's changed, like morphed itself to like just abuse kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they just
oh yeah,
that's how like freaking like like that kid Ryan with like the toy review thing.
mhm,
Who just is like he's like one of the like highest. I think he was actually the highest paid YouTuber because it's just freaking little kids and they just like because like think about it like little kids they like to watch the same thing over and over again.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They don't get sick of it, so they just like watch and watch and watch. Oh, I've watched all of his videos. I'm gonna watch them all again.
mhm,
And just get so many views and subscribers just from these like little kids who don't understand how like catfishing and stuff works. Just like, oh, my title's in all caps. I have to watch it.
yeah. It's like picture of some guy looking surprised. I remember, I swear to God,
Exactly.
I also think that YouTube is so easy for it's so easy for parents of like new parents to just like sit their kid down in front of like a YouTube autoplay and then just like I remember seeing these videos that I was at my grandparents' house, and I wanted to show them, uh, like one of our matches, like one of our robotics thing, and they wanted to watch it, so I went to like the YouTube app on their TV or whatever, and since it was like no one signed in, I just saw like the pure unfiltered homepage,
Yeah, it's
right? And
awful. It's
oh
awful.
my god, it's like
It's
literally
awful.
first two rows are just like children's video, like garbage looking children's animations, and in the top left of the video it's like the video puts like a timestamp of like how long it is, exactly like how many minutes, and it's like this is how many minutes you don't have to deal with your child. It's like click on the video and then just sit your kid in front of it and they'll
I
just
know
sit there
you
and
get
just
a lot
watch
of
it,
those
and oh my god.
because I got a new phone, so like YouTube like reset.
Oh yeah. And other
Because
than that it's like I don't know what other
I don't know. I don't
channels.
like to use YouTube logged in for some reason.
Mhm.
But and I just like it's just like children's video, one kind of good video, and like Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Like
and it's so many like Jimmy
there's
Kimmel
just so
SNL
much Jimmy.
replays. What do you got? Like
I don't
it's
really
like
see the SNL. I just see like a ton of Jimmy Kimmel.
an entire section of
There's no way
like
he's
of
not
some
paying
kind
YouTube to
of
put his stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
He's paying
It
YouTube to put
is.
his. He's like always #1 on trending. Besides for like sometimes there's
Well,
PewDiePie
also
on
I mean
trending.
you have. Also, I mean that's like the first thing people see when they get on the site, and then it's like any person's gonna be like, oh, if they don't watch it live, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or
it's
they'll share it on Facebook or.
yeah.
But
It's just, ugh.
yeah,
That's what I'm
YouTube
saying. Like, what
is.
happened to the good old days of YouTube when it's just like
Even the good old days of
it's
YouTube weren't. I mean, I'm not gonna be like back in my day. You know what I'm saying
yeah,
it was
it still
never
was
that
bad,
good.
but it was never that good. But
But
you know what I'm
it
saying?
doesn't like the current state of the site doesn't represent what the best content on the site is. And I'm
That's
not even
true.
gonna argue, and I'm not even gonna listen to people who are like, oh, it's because you don't understand. You know, if you were a 2-year-old watching those nursery rhyme videos, you know, you'd be arguing for their side. And it's like, no, I'd be a 2-year-old. Like,
Yeah,
there's actual content on this website.
it's good. There's good stuff.
Like, I'm trying to
I
think of what stuff should be recommended, if not that. That serves all age groups. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess like Kurzgesagt. That's a good example. You know Kurzgesagt?
yeah
They're like science videos, but they're like animations, and they're informative and they're really interesting. And they're actually like my favorite videos to watch. It's not like hard boiled science. It's really it's like
yeah
animated and
it's chill.
it's pretty
Yeah, it's nice.
interesting. Um, it's like one of my favorite channels, and that could definitely be on the homepage. Like they usually are up there on trending, but it's like it's never something you'd see on like the homepage. You never see their channel featured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
I just don't
like
think that children's videos should be the first like 2 rows of YouTube.
yeah, I think that's ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. They just abuse the children.
Mhm.
They know they can make their money that way.
Yeah.
You know, they probably like take a percentage of. YouTube probably has a deal where they take the percentage of like, you know, some random guys like kids videos because it's how they make their living. It's like that guy a while ago who it's like it's so unfortunate. Like they probably just find like this is how they can make their money is by like just getting kids to watch their videos,
Mhm.
and that's like all they do. Just like so sad.
It's like the
Like money
people
makes
who
too
make a
much.
ton of money by like um making Instagram accounts that just like repost an entire category of post, and they just repost it, and they have those flip sides that are like double tap to see magic, you know, like those ones, and those they just like
Yeah,
rake in cash from those.
but it's just like yeah, and then there's a guy like I watched it in a PewDiePie video a while ago, but there's this guy who um started he sang like he's like an actually like decent singer, but then he started like translating Japanese music into English music, and it's just like the worst thing ever. He has to change all the lyrics to something that rhymes in English,
Why?
but like Japanese people love it. Or no, it's like I don't know, but it was maybe it was China. I don't know, but I remember he like moved there. He like moved there, and because like that's how he's making all of his money,
Mhm.
and that's like literally what he does as a career now. Like he like took a video of him like smashing his iPhone and getting one of the ones from whatever what the company is. I forgot what that is, but like the
OtterBox
Chinese
or whatever.
no, it was like the Chinese smartphone company.
Huawei.
Yeah, Huawei.
Oh, that Huawei.
So he like goes and he buys like the new phone, like smashes his iPhone like X like outside.
Mm.
So he's just like it's like the things people do for money. It's like, how can you enjoy doing that? I guess. I mean, I guess if you like it, but changing your entire lifestyle for money just seems awful. But like, you have to do it.
That is YouTube.
Yeah, it's freaking
That's
awful.
why it sucks. Which is why I've chosen
That's-
to go into podcasting as my career.
Yeah, we're doing this as a career now.
Yeah, we dropped out of school, both of us actually. So
Yeah.
yep. Speaking of
This is
China,
it.
no, I'm kidding. I don't want to talk about coronavirus.
Uh,
It's like
Did you
what
see
hasn't
all-
been talked about coronavirus? You'd be like, yeah, it's pretty crazy, you know. I mean, there's nothing really you can
Did
say.
you see like all the robotics competitions canceled because of coronavirus?
Oh yeah, dude.
There's been like 20 of them or something that's been canceled. It's
A lot of the
absolutely
teams that we saw
ridiculous.
last year at the World Championship from Japan just can't even go now. It's like schools in Italy
Yeah,
are getting
Beijing,
canceled,
like-
some stuff like that.
Well, like, yeah, Italy's on complete lockdown right now.
Mhm.
Like, people can't even leave their houses until like the end of April
Yep.
at the latest, which is absolutely just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess.
It's all over the news. It's all over the news. It's like my conversations about coronavirus have been exhausted. It's like
Yeah, I agree.
it's just it's like a really easy topic to just talk about, but everyone already knows everything about it, you know. And if you don't, find out about it and also wash your hands
Yeah, that's it.
and get hand
Our
sanitizer.
teachers had to show, like, they had to show the videos to us about washing your hands.
Who?
No, one of our teachers sent out a remind saying
Oh,
like,
oh,
we have
oh.
to, you have to show these emails. And I was sitting in one of my classes, and the teacher, like, there's basically a glass wall so I can see into the other room,
Mhm.
and like watching a video about like washing your hands, and we were like, he's talking to my teacher like, why didn't you have to show these videos? I thought it said email, and he's like, oh, that's what that email was. He's like, I just deleted it. He's like, I didn't even look at it.
Nice.
And I was just like, that's very cool. Like, he's just like, yeah, he's like, I don't care. He's like, wash your hands.
I
That's it.
honestly, if you don't already, I mean,
Yeah,
now is
what
the
the-
time to start. Finally, you get your big kick.
Yeah.
Start
They
washing
slapped
your
it,
hands.
Wake up. Wake up, start washing your hands.
Coronavirus was created for people to wash their hands.
It's true.
It's
True.
worth it.
Yeah, wake up call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what do we wanna
Let's see.
talk-
What's happening between now and last episode? The Oscars 2020
Oh,
happened.
that's true.
2020
That's true.
happened as well. It was around Christmas, Thanksgiving last time you made an episode, right?
Something
Oh!
like that.
There is a third episode that already exists, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's true.
There is actually a third episode that exists. It's archived, okay?
We did record an episode, but it was the worst thing ever.
It was so bad.
We're never gonna put it out. But like the first like 15 minutes were just a conversation about how Jesse Eisenberg looks like Michael Cera.
Oh yeah, which I actually might want to continue that conversation.
Just, I don't know.
We had a
It
we had a
looks
very
similar.
we had a very
That's it.
special guest on that one. That you it didn't go very well.
We'll have
It
to get him
wasn't
on another
Berkeley.
time. It wasn't Berkeley. We're not gonna make fun of Berkeley anymore, okay?
Yeah,
I feel bad.
I don't.
I feel
but-
bad. I feel bad. I'm it's just like, poor man.
Yeah, you know, it really sucks just not having any hair on your head and, you know.
I mean, no, I mean, seriously. Like, you have to, like, he definitely is feeling the heat. Like, did you see him with his, like, his bagpipes down the hallway?
Oh
He's
yeah,
playing his bagpipes like that.
yeah. I mean, it's
yeah.
tough, you know, and I mean, no one
He's-
can really
he's
say
having a
anything
hard
about
time.
it. No one can really
Yeah,
say
I
anything
mean, it's
because
so loud. It's like the kid with the speaker, but Berkeley just like just having such a hard time he had to bring out the bagpipes.
it's like no one can be like, "Hey, dude, stop." That's just like not socially
Yeah.
acceptable. Someone has his
Yeah,
bagpipes out, obviously it's for a reason, you know.
Yeah, you just can't. Like,
There's
I don't
also
know.
we're not
I
we're
think
not
we just gotta stop
comparing
making fun of him.
we're not comparing bagpipe to anything else. An actual bagpipe, like the Irish
Yeah,
instrument. That's he was playing it.
But yeah, I mean, if he has to do that, like, we need to stop.
I know,
Like,
seriously. Mhm.
We're gonna, I think I don't know how to. He's just having a hard time, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. Oh, I know what we have to talk about.
Hmm.
I was gonna mention this earlier when we were talking about food, but our experience at Wendy's was so good.
Oh my God. So okay, we went to Wendy's, right? It was after robotics. It was like 11:30, and we went to Wendy's, and I was like, I really don't want to go through the drive-thru, Philip. And he's like, no, just do it. And then we were in the drive-thru, and then I rolled down my window to like order, and I'm like, yeah, I forgot to tell you the driver's side window in my car doesn't roll up. He's like, what? And it's like, yeah, it doesn't roll up. And so we're just sitting outside, but there's a trick that you can do where you like open the door, and then you like, I thought it was hold the button down. So I held the button down and slammed the door, and it wasn't. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is awful. It's like freezing cold outside, just like.
Yeah, it was like 10
It was
degrees.
yeah, it was like 10
Oh,
degrees.
and
just
and the
freezing.
I can't believe you missed the best part. The
No,
guy.
no, I was getting to that. I was
Oh,
getting to that.
okay. Cause you're
So
in the
we're
we're in the
pulling
parking
up.
lot now. Yeah.
Yeah, so freaking there's this guy in front of us, and
Ordering
they
food for the
ordered.
entire like United States Navy Marine Corps. Like this guy
I,
literally. Oh my God! It was
I think it was
so long.
no,
And it's
I
like.
think it was just like they did not have the best people working at 11:30 at
Yeah,
Wendy's.
I'm not
I
gonna
I
lie.
don't.
There was like
They
no one
probably
in the restaurant.
ordered like I don't know,
Probably ordered for like
but
4 people and they were just cooking it the entire time.
I mean we ordered like we used a coupon, so we ordered at the window, and it
Mhm.
took less time than that did. So they must have like messed up their orders. Anyway,
Yeah.
our window's open, we're sitting there, and the alarm starts going off inside. It's like super loud, like this, like meep, meep, meep. Like oh my, like what is going on? And this guy is like walks from the back of the store. He's like wearing like his Wendy's apron and stuff. He like just took out the trash, and he's like going back into the store, and he just like looks at us. He's like lifts his hand and goes like, "What's up, guys?" And he just opens the door, and the alarm starts like blaring like outside. And I just like to imagine like in my head like.
Yeah, this guy's
He
about to
somehow
rob the
got the
store.
Wendy's closed. Yeah, he's just about to rob it. Put your hands up! It's just like,
Yeah, it was so funny because the siren was just so loud when he opened. It was like, and the door just shut, and you could just still hear it inside. And this entire time, Noah and I were just like dead silent. We were just like staring blankly at this guy taking out the trash, and then he goes inside, and we just start laughing so hard because like there's so much happening right now. The
yeah,
person in
because
front
like
of us,
I didn't see him like ever leave. Like
yeah, I didn't even see him go outside in
sitting
the
there for
first
a
place. Like,
while.
where is
Like
he
we were
from?
sitting there for a good like 10 minutes, and I never saw like anybody come out the door.
Yeah, and there's like
Cause he's just sitting out there.
there's so
Like,
much happening. It's like in front of us, the person is ordering like a ridiculous amount of food in our eyes, and like there's a siren going off inside the store. Noah's window is just locked in place, and it's 10 degrees outside, and we don't know how we're gonna fix it. And the funniest part was that when he did it at first, I was like, yeah, he definitely rolled down the window because he knows how to fix it, right? And he's like, oh yeah, I know how to fix it, don't worry. And I was like, oh, he's just joking around with me. We're gonna sit down, and we start eating our food, and then he's like, yeah, no, I know how to fix it. And then he just tries it, and it just doesn't go up. And I'm like, nice. Guess we're eating outside.
But then I looked it up. I looked it up, and because I've done it before,
Hmm.
someone discovered it, and when it had broke before, and but though you have to hold the button up, not down, which makes more sense because you would
Yeah,
roll the
I didn't
window
know
up.
why you thought of holding the button down. It's
I
not
thought
just
you had to
in
like
reverse.
down and then up or something, but yeah, if you hold it up, it works. And then we we went to Burger King with our friends recently, and I pulled up, and Philip was in one of our friends' cars, and he's like, "Roll your window down so I can talk to you." Like he's like hand gesturing, and I'm like, "Yeah, my window doesn't roll down." And then everyone in the other cars are just like, "Roll your window down, please. We need to talk to you." And I just rolled it down, and it was just so funny because like there's like that rush of like I don't think this is gonna roll up this time. Like
Well, it was nice. It was nicer out, but
that's true, but still I don't want my window down. Like what if it rains?
oh yeah.
Because the first time it happened, I had to drive down like the freeway, and it was like 20 degrees out, 70 miles an hour, just getting that like bitter, like biting cold
Mhm.
wind. But yeah, it's so funny when it like decides to roll up though, like when you slam the door shut and you like lift the button, because it just like starts to like faintly roll up, like it jitters a little bit,
Hmm.
you get hiccups, and then it starts actually rolling up. I don't know why it works, but I don't know.
Yeah, your
The
car is.
electrical
When you pulled up, I was inside of our other friend's car, and the person who I was driving with has a very nice car. Okay, I'm just gonna say that he has a very nice car.
Yeah, he's a
And
very nice car.
I look over to the right, and I just see Noah pull up, and his it's like
So you know
It's like
he's got like his
six-passenger van.
yeah he's got his like really nice like racing like makes like you know like the car noise that people
Oh yeah.
love, like just the revving noise that people love to hear. And then you got my car with a huge dent in the left side, like the
Yeah.
door doesn't even open,
And
and just like
Noah pulls up, and I
like
just
two
look over at
rows
my
of
other friend.
seats,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It seats a
got a
lot of
back
people.
row.
Like, if you ever wanna, if you ever wanna go on a road trip, this guy.
Yeah, come in my car.
And-
Well,
and
I actually
just don't sit on
recommend
the
like
left because the dent in the door makes it so that you can hear the air escaping. So it just
Yeah.
sounds like you're being run over by traffic every single time a car passes you, and it's terrifying.
especially when it's rainy,
Oh yeah.
like it enhances the noise even more.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah, it's nice.
It's bad.
It's really nice. And then
It's scary, especially on the freeway.
he pulled up, and I was like, that right there, that is a luxury vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I love my car though.
But you know what your car has? Brakes.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
My car, but I told Phil this the other day. Like, if I got in a crash, I feel like my car's airbags wouldn't go off.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't rely on that too much.
which is freaky. Well, when I first got my car, my tires weren't aligned
Oh.
or something. So I went on the freeway and it was just like super like shaky.
Mhm.
It was just like it was horrible. Like my car was just shaking and like back and forth as I drove. It just felt horrible. Now it's better, but it takes so long to accelerate in my car. It's awful. It's awful for like any driving that's not just like going to school and back.
Mhm.
Would not recommend. Oh yeah, we said we were gonna talk about the Oscars.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we
And-
were gonna do that, but I realized that the Oscars did actually happen like.
A month and a half.
Yeah,
There's
we're a
one thing-
little late.
No, but there's okay. Oscars aside, I just want to say Parasite is an amazing movie.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's so good. It's so good.
It's
It-
really good.
I don't want to spoil it, but it's just too good.
Hmm. Definitely one of the best I saw that year. I actually, for the first time, I never actually am able to do this, but within the 2 weeks before, I managed to watch all the movies that were nominated for Best Picture.
Really,
that was
even really all of them.
Hmm.
Ford vs Ferrari too.
Oh yeah, missed that one actually. Every other one, I managed to watch. I did not see Ford vs.
Wasn't
Ferrari.
Bombshell one of them too?
No, I don't think it was.
I thought Bombshell was nominated for Best Picture.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Yeah, I can never do that. But I watched Parasite because I don't know. I just heard it was so good, and so I decided to watch it. And I was like, this needs to win Best Picture. I didn't think it actually would, but
Bombshell was not nominated.
oh,
But
okay.
I saw
Marriage Story was really good, though.
1917. I saw Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite. I saw, in quotations, Irishman weeks and weeks before, but at that point it was like late, and I was with my friend, and I barely remembered a lot of it. But I remember I gotta rewatch that. Also, the Google is currently flipping the pictures for the Irishman and the Joker, so I got really confused for a second.
Yeah.
The Irishman is just this guy on the stairs screaming. And then, yeah.
Speaking of Joker, another good movie is The King of Comedy. Which I
Oh,
think
that's
I
really
haven't, I haven't seen Joker, but I think The King of Comedy is just like is such a good movie.
It is. And it has Robert De Niro in it.
It's one of my favorites,
It's
and
like
Robert De Niro.
except Robert De Niro plays the Joker.
Basically, yeah. It's
Pretty
like
much.
it's like if the roles were switched in
Mhm.
Joker.
It's pretty good. I watched it. I
experience.
watched it during an entire day at school, just like in between classes, and when I wasn't doing anything, I just watched on my phone and during lunch, and I just like finished it on the way back. It's pretty good.
I think that one's on Prime right now.
Oh,
On
it's
Amazon Prime.
almost that time of the year. It's almost that time of the year. You know, it's getting warmer. Summer is nearing. It's that time of the year where it's like school becomes really laid back, and it's like that time after finals. Or not after finals, but it's like it's that period between your last unit and final studying where you do like nothing, and then I just like I feel really relaxed, and I start like watching movies
I
that
feel like we're not there yet.
we're not there, but we're pretty close. Like I realized yesterday, it's like March, April, May, June. It's like we have 3 months left. You know? Pretty
Yeah,
much.
April's gonna be crazy. I think.
Oh yeah, Yeah. I mean,
Because like first week
this
of
month
April
is crazy. In the next
we
like.
have robotic states,
Mhm.
and then assuming we get there, but I'm pretty sure we're good.
Oh yeah, we definitely will.
And and then Worlds is like I think like Worlds is the next week.
Oh, that's
So,
gonna be
which
cool.
So we'll see if we get to Worlds, but it's gonna be insane. And then I feel like I'm gonna have like hard tests in all my classes.
Yeah. It's usually how it ends up.
And
Well,
I think SAT is the week of Worlds. I'm pretty
SAT
sure.
for me is in 4 days.
Well, I mean you still have to take the one at school though,
Yeah.
which sucks.
This is
I don't
in
even
4 days.
I already took mine, so I'm just gonna
Oh,
like
Philip, why are you doing your podcast? Shut up. 36 minutes of my time. Okay. 36 minutes and 37 seconds, which seems like a pretty good spot to end off.
yeah.
Because I don't like
Yeah.
talking to you, and it's getting a little.
Yeah,
tiring.
I hate talking.
Yeah, I actually hate you. Mhm.
That
Okay.
hurt my feelings.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Yeah.
joking.
Oh, thanks. That fixes it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm. I spent those last 3 seconds of pause as me deciding if that was actually funny or not.
Me too.
I don't think it
I was
was.
like, yeah, it was just so unfunny.
Mhm.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm glad we agreed on whether that little thing was funny or not.
Yeah.
Wow,
We're kind of extending
very
it
cool.
out still.
Okay, cool.
We're really
Just
we're really
end it.
stretching
Bye.
out this joke. Yeah.
Bye everyone.
Bye.